Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Zamboni Zone. I'm your host, the Goose, and we're here with LQ as usual.
Welcome, viewers!
Now, I know, viewers, I mentioned that I was going to be doing my Cleveland journey next, but, got a little sidetracked with, school, my own personal business, so we're going to go ahead and do another one of these because in the time that I've, since the last episode, we've missed the entire third round of the playoffs, so.
Not that many teams. We can catch up quick.
Yeah, so that's the thing. We're going to be doing this a little bit spaced out now because we got only 2 teams left, so there's not a whole lot to talk about. You can only beat it to death so much. So our first topic, we're going to give you an update on the third round. Now, coming into this third round, a lot of people picked Vegas to win the series against, I believe it was Dallas.
It was.
It was, yes. And Vegas did not do what people expect them to do.
Yeah, Vegas definitely choked in the playoffs. I mean, were they ever up a game? I don't think they were ever up a game. They were down 3-1, and they just fell apart.
They might have tied it at 1, but...
And it looks like Dallas is going to win the cup.
Oh, dear God.
I mean, this is just the perfect year for Dallas to win the cup. It's 2020. We've had a pandemic, just total problems throughout the world.
This is absolutely the worst possible case scenario known to man. The Dallas Stars in the Stanley Cup Final. The only thing could be worse would be them winning. They are the worst team in the NHL, in my opinion. Not talent-wise, obviously, but just, I will never vote for them. Hate them. They can go disappear into a hole. If they got bought out and moved to a different city,
that'd be fantastic.
Relocated to Quebec or something, I would be thrilled. But
yeah, I'd love Quebec.
Yeah,
so if Dallas...
Screw you, Dallas.
If Dallas wins this year, that means both of their cups will definitely have asterisks right next to it.
That's true. Their last one, big asterisks, that foot was definitely in the crease. So,
yeah, obvious.
Game 6 should still have to be played here.
They must have, paid off
the 99 finals.
Yeah.
We never finished that series, actually, so there was no winner in the 99 finals.
Yeah, it was just a lockout year or something, right?
Yeah.
Basically.
They just decided for some reason to not finish the game in Game 6, so I guess it just left unwon. Nobody wins. And
don't look that up, though.
This year, if they win again in a COVID play-in type of round series, yes, they won their
bye-week.
They would have won 4 playoff series. In fact, even a 5th playoff series. But it's not the same without the fans there. So another asterisk if they do win.
Oh, big asterisk.
I will definitely not be voting for them in the finals.
I mean, the Phoenix Coyotes made the playoffs. That probably wasn't going to happen.
Are they the Phoenix Coyotes, though, or aren't they the Arizona Coyotes?
I don't know what you're talking about. They're the Phoenix Coyotes. I grew up calling them that.
So someone's a little stuck in 10 years ago. I don't know. Anyways, on to the other side of the matchup. The Tampa Bay Lightning were taking on the New York Islanders. The Islanders surprised a lot of people this year. They made it to the conference finals. Nobody expected them to get there. Lightning surprised a lot of people as well because,
surprised me.
Just like you said, you thought they were going to choke. But no, the Lightning have won, and they are into the Stanley Cup Final. Took 2 overtime games. Both of them, the Islanders got a 4-minute penalty going into overtime. They won the first one, but they lost the second one, and that's the one that matters because that wins the series for the Lightning 4-2. So, with that,
personally, I think
Lightning will be taking on the Stars.
Personally, I think the Lightning were the better team in this matchup. I think everyone thought that. They're famous for choking. I think the Islanders definitely performed better than they were expected and better than they actually, could, if you know what I mean. The Lightning were definitely the fan favorites here. Not my favorite, but...
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, before we get on to talking about the actual finals, we got a few more league updates to throw at you here. We got the Sabres making a trade. They have traded Eric Stahl for Marcus Johansson.
They traded Johansson for Eric Stahl.
This is
they traded.
Minnesota traded Stahl for Johansson.
I know, you said the Sabres trade,
They traded Stahl with Johansson. It doesn't matter who traded who.
Sabres have
Stahl. The Sabres have Stahl. The Wild have Johansson. We're going to give you their stats, though, here. In the 2019-2020 season, Johansson had 60 games played, but only 9 goals. Can you believe that? 21 assists for a total of 30 points. That's 0.5 points per game. Not exactly a stellar season for his capabilities. I think he's a little bit better than that, but playing on the Sabres,
Yeah, well, while watching watching Johansson, he was always a good skater. I think he always skated hard, hustled, but he never really finished. He just didn't get a lot of pucks to the net, and it wasn't the goal scoring caliber.
It was really
expecting.
just a disappointing year out of him. I thought he could do better, and
he had a lot of talk about him.
He moves on from Buffalo really with a lot left on the table. But in return, we get a little bit older veteran, Eric Stahl. He's 66 games played last year, 19 goals, 28 assists. That's 47 points. A little bit better, 47 and 66. So a little bit over half, 60. Maybe 0.7-ish points per game.
It's good. It's good production.
It's solid. It's a lot better than what Johansson had, and that's what I would expect out of a second line center. Which I don't think Johansson ever amounted to be that second line center that we needed. So hopefully Stahl will be able to replace him and just fit right in there.
Yeah, I think Stahl is definitely the Sabres should fit into that second line center role. Maybe with Skinner, who is his good buddy, right? From what I've heard.
He does know Skinner. He also knows the general manager.
Yeah. And fun fact for the fans here, Eric Stahl was the leading goal scorer in the playoffs for the Carolina Hurricane.
Now that was a long time ago, wasn't it? Because he also played for the Rangers and the Wild in between there. So.
Yep. Yeah.
Something to think about.
Maybe that was his 2007.
Now, if you are a Wild fan, please comment down below. Explain to me why exactly your GM made this trade. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I get that both guys are in the last year of their contract, but Johansson is more expensive for less points. So
less points. I think less skill overall.
I know he's younger, but this is.
Was it locker room trouble?
I don't think so. I think Johansson was just bad for what we wanted out of him, so we just didn't want to wait for him to get back to what he's capable of.
Why did they get rid of Stahl?
But Stahl, he's probably just because he's getting older, honestly. That's all I can think of, because honestly, I can't seem to justify this trade in my mind. I mean, it's not unfair necessarily. It just doesn't necessarily make a lot of sense for the Wild at this time. Yeah, I mean, maybe they want to start a rebuild or something like that. I mean, the Sabres would love that because, we have been rebuilding for 9 years, and we are still going to be rebuilding.
Oh my God, yes.
Another thing to update you on is the salary cap. Now, the actual NHL salary cap has not, I don't think it's been rumored to change at all, but I have heard the Pagula's throwing around the option of an internal salary cap
for the Sabres
for about $70 million-ish. It's about $10 million less than, maybe even $15 million less than the actual salary cap. And the only reason they're thinking about doing this is because of the corona and the fact that the the fans will not be able to attend games, so they're going to lose a lot of revenue there from either the concessions or the food and the ticket sales. So it's really
apparel.
So yeah, apparel. So I guess maybe this is why they're doing that, but really it's just a bad look for this organization. We've been bad for this long, and now you choose to start with an internal salary cap. It's just absolutely a disgrace, and if you start doing things like that, we're gonna be bad for another 15-20 years until we get a new owner, honestly, because this is the awful shit that we had with our previous owner. I mean, I'm not blaming him personally, but we definitely could have spent a lot more money when it was necessary, Briere and Drury walking away from the team because we wouldn't offer them a contract. So we have this big problem with overpaying the wrong people and paying too much or not paying enough when we need to. So, my example there, Briere, Drury walked away from the team. Now on the other side, overpaying, we got Okposo. I mean, why is the guy making $7 million a year for 3 more years after this? He's basically a third line player. He's not a bad player, but for what he's being paid,
not a $7 million
he's not worth what he's
player.
being paid. You got guys like Marcus Johansson was making $4 million before we traded him. That's not terrible again, but it's too much for 9 goals, whatever it was. Who else is there? There's
What was that
Jeff
one guy
Skinner
we just
got overpaid. Now, this is the exception here because we definitely need that top end talent.
Yeah, at least Jeff Skinner's good.
The guy, he had an off season, but there's the good Jeff Skinner. What he normally plays like is nowhere near what he played like last season. So I'm confident that he'll resurge as a better player. And if the salary cap does expand, it'll even itself out. Billy Leno,
I was gonna say, didn't we just
prime example of an overpayment. Matt Molson was making, $5 million a year for 5 years or something like that. $6 million a year.
Why don't we sign John Scott again, huh?
It's an
$8 million
absolute
John
disgrace.
Scott. I'd love to see that.
With what our management had been doing, and this is the 3rd straight time we've hired a general manager with absolutely no experience before as a general manager.
Well, the Pagulos are just like, hey, come over here, my friend. It's a friends and family program here. It seems like.
And that's been the problem for a lot of years. So hopefully this won't hurt us or set us back at all. We've made a trade now, so I respect the guy for trying to do something here. Kevin Adams, our current general manager, and we hope for the best for this because it's just not a good look to have an internal salary cap when you're already scaring away the fans for being so bad that with no hope.
Yeah,
honestly.
I mean, it seems like they've put all of their time and effort and money into the Bills, and they've done great with them. They're a good team.
Well, the thing is, they don't touch the Bills at all. They let the management do what they need to do.
Yeah,
and that's what they need to do. But enough about football here. We're going to get on to our next topic. The Senators have released a new logo. Some of you may think it's exactly the same as the old logo. I'll compare them right here.
Right here.
Now take a close look here. There's subtle differences. As you can see on the very bottom left corner, the bar around the bottom is not in fact red. It is gold. Now that is the difference I could find. If you can find any other differences, comment down below. But aside from that, it's pretty much the same logo they used to use. Now, that being said, I actually did like their old logo, the two-dimensional Senator, a little bit better than the facing forward one that they had been using. So, I mean, I like the change. I mean, I hope they go with the black jerseys with these uniforms again.
I want to see them bring out the horizontal striped jerseys.
Ooh,
that would be nice.
Stripe ones. They didn't really go with this logo. They used the O for that one, I believe.
Yeah, I don't care.
And that's the same number of Stanley Cups they have. A big fat 0.
Yeah, we should be talking.
I mean...
yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on. Let's talk about the finals now. We've got enough talking about some of our other topics. Stanley Cup Finals. We got the Stars. This is the closest jersey I had to Stars. Nick, you want to just get out of the way there? Yeah, that's nice. High school Stars, green and yellow. Sort of like the Minnesota North Stars there.
Yeah.
And over here we have the Lightning in the very small kid size.
Just your size.
That's why I'm not wearing it, but it's actually Eric's, but...
Sure it is.
But, take a good look at that. Who you voting for?
I mean, the Stars. Come on.
Get off my show.
You know who I'm voting for, the Lightning.
Good. All right. I think I'm going to agree. Lightning. And, if the Lightning win, I'm going to be putting that clip of you saying, if you made a bracket and you picked the Lightning, don't make a bracket right in the final show.
You better.
I'm going to put that in there.
Yeah, but if they choke here, who's the real winner? The Sabres fan?
No,
or the guy who said that?
I think if they lose, you're a loser, and you're a loser no matter what happens, really, at this point, because of what you said.
I mean...
You kind of just shot yourself in the foot there.
But on the other hand, half glass full, I'm winning no matter what. Can't argue with the numbers.
You're a strange one.
3 numbers.
Anyways, Stars have a really good team. I think the Lightning are actually a better team. I mean, the Stars have really surprised everyone. I did not think they would beat the Avalanche. Definitely didn't think the Golden Knights, I didn't think they'd beat them until they started playing them. And then once they started playing them in the series, then I'm like, oh darn.
They're always a good team.
They're better.
They're always a good team, but, you never think they were going to be a Cup contender. It just disgusts me that they are.
It's awful. It's just awful.
Disgusting.
I made that comment about the Stars having a brighter future than the Sabres in one of our early episodes, and I am now regretting it. Nonetheless, though, we have Lightning and Stars for the finals. Let me know who you're voting for in the comments section there. If you're a Dallas fan, first of all...
Go after yourself.
First of all, I don't know why, but let me know your opinion in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think of this series. If you're a Lightning fan, tell me what you're going to have to do to win this series, because it's going to be a challenging one.
I think they should drop Bogosian.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the number
former
one.
Sabre, Zach Bogosian,
if the
is
Lightning win,
now a Stanley Cup finalist.
anytime a Sabre gets rid of a player, they manage to win a cup the next year. Or just sort of.
Well, he's a finalist. He hasn't won yet.
No, not yet, but I'm saying if the Lightning win.
You're just referencing Ryan O'Reilly. That's
I am
only
referencing
one guy.
Ryan O'Reilly. And then Bogosian. And then we had another example. I forget what it was. Sidney Crosby?
Brian Campbell won with the Blackhawks, but
Sidney Crosby.
that was a long time ago.
He was a Sabre, right?
Crosby was not a Sabre, no.
You sure about that?
I am very sure. And I'm
that's right.
I'm quite okay with
we
him
hate
not being a
him.
Sabre.
Screw you, Penguins fans. The second worst team after the Stars.
I'm thinking maybe before our next episode sometime I'm going to have to do my list of my teams in order of, 31st to 32nd, I guess, to first with
Seattle
joining.
number 1?
I think I'll probably put Seattle somewhere in the middle just because I haven't had a chance to...
No opinion, yeah.
Haven't had a chance to evaluate them yet. Can't put a finger on them yet. I like the jerseys, though.
The Kraken.
So, until next time, stay subscribed here, and, let me know down below what you think of the videos so far, and hopefully I'll have that Cleveland video out for you, and we got a couple of other surprises for you coming up, so hit that notification bell so you get updated.
What's up, fans? Yeah, smash that like button, smash that subscribe, turn on the bell. Have a good one.
Do it for LQ. And stay tuned here for a little bonus clip. Big surprise for you too, LQ. You don't know what it is, but we got a bonus clip coming up for you. We do.
What's the bonus clip?
Well, here it is. Hello and welcome to this bonus clip for the Zamboni Zone. We're here. Where are we? Today, come on.
I think this is Utica?
Utica, home of the Utica Comets. And we're at the Adirondack Bank Center, and they're a blue and green team. They are a pretty decent team. That's right, we got a train going by over there. I like the mask is fitting. But you love the Utica Comets, right?
Yeah, okay.
You absolutely love them?
Yeah, alright.
Did you know that they're the farm team for the Vancouver Canucks? Screw you, Dallas.
If Dallas wins this year, that means both of their cups will definitely have asterisks right now.